Okay. Sorry, it's Monday. All right, let's be serious. How many numbers do you have altogether? Count them all up. How many separate numbers? Count again. Count them seriously, count them. Because I've seen that also where you will leave numbers out. 11 numbers? Is everybody counting 11 numbers? Okay. When you have a lot of negatives and a lot of positives together, it will help you to separate all of the negatives from all of the positives. And in this case, all of the negative numbers and 0 are going to go on its own place value chart. And then we'll take care of the positives on the next page. So all I'm going to ask you guys to do, and again, do this my way. Not only for your benefit, but it does make it easier for me to check it as well. Whereas if you do it your own way, not only do you run the risk of getting it wrong, it's difficult for me to check. All we're going to do is put all of the negative numbers on one line, all of the positives, and obviously there's only one 0 that's neither positive nor negative. So I have my 0, put it in the proper column, cross it out. -4. And just kind of do this right along with me. Just, again, be careful. This is what I got so far. I'm about almost halfway. Now I'm halfway. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Another thing that I want to remind you guys about is make sure that you copy the numbers correctly, because I see that also where you transpose the numbers incorrectly. And then everything winds up being wrong. Should be 11 numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Good so far? Any issues of what I just did? I'm going to take care, in the place value chart, all of the negatives and my 0 and put them in the chart in the same order in which they appear. So my first number is -4. I'm going to put on the chart -4. Just like that. Next negative number is what? Call it out for me because I can't say. Don't give it to me with the annex zeros yet. We'll take care of it at the end. What was it, Kurt?
-0.6.
Okay, Kurt, stay with me. What's next?
For negative?
Yup.
1.91.
Negative. Make sure you say that.
-4.5. Yeah, -4.5.
All we're doing is taking them from here and putting them in. Don't try to rank them yet. -4.5 is next. Are we okay with that?
Yeah.
I'm not ranking them here. All I'm doing is listing them. All right, what's next according to the list? Forget about trying to put it in order. That's why we make the place value chart. Go ahead, Kurt.
1.91.
Is that right, guys?
Yes.
Then what?
-1.91.
And then my 0, right? Okay. Double check and make sure you have this so far. Is this correct? This the 1.901, my second to last one there?
Yeah.
Okay. Fill out all of the annex zeros for all of the columns that you need. I'm not going to take it out to 10,000s because no true significant figure exists out there. I don't have any values in the 10,000s column, so I don't want. You could put the zeros there if you want, but that is really work you don't need. Good so far?
Yep.
Okay. Let's practice this because this is where it gets tricky. Are they asking me least to greatest or greatest to least?
Least to greatest.
I think they even underline it, right? I'm going to put a little reminder here.
Yes.
Least, lowest to greatest. Okay. When you compare numbers or integers, do you start from the far left or the far right? Far, okay, far left. Got to think low, right? -4, 0, -4, -1, -1, 0. Remember, lowest is which on the number line is the furthest left. -4, 0, -4, -1, -1, 0. Furthest left. Ben.
Zero.
Minor detail, but it's important. It's the way you said it. Who knows what I'm getting at? -4. That's an important value. You do not want to leave it out. -4 is not the same as 4.
Yeah.
I don't care about any other column yet. Don't try to do it all in one column. Make believe everything is non-existent except for this column for ones. -4 is the lowest. Agreed?
Yeah.
I have two -4s, however, don't I?
Yeah.
So now I need to take a look at the next column to the right, which is my tenths. And when you do that, here's where the hang-up is. This is not a 5. This is a 0 because a 0 is neither positive or negative. What integer is this? This is a -5. Now I'll ask you, what's further left? -5 or 0?
-4.5.
Don't worry about this column yet. This is the column I'm looking at right now, and -5 is lower than 0. So right now, that's my lowest. Put a 1. Cross it out. Don't have to worry about it ever again. Well, we do, but not till later. Obviously, since there was a two-way tie for the lowest, what now automatically has to make number 2? Gone. The first one, the top one, that's my second lowest. Cross it out. Then I got to go back to my ones again. I have a 0, a -1, a -1, and a 0. What's lower, -1 or 0? Phil. And I have two of them that are -1, right? So now I must look to its neighbor to the right. Any help? Which is lower, -1 or 0? Hannah. That gets a 3. And I automatically know the next one is going to be a 4. Cross them both out. You do it. What's my fifth lowest? Alex. Let me say this one. Let me say this one. That takes care of all of the negatives and my 0. Now I want you to do the positives. The same exact way that I showed you. Bring it to me when you're done with the rankings, and I'll check it and tell you if you can go on to the next part.